Which means, yeah, this literally might be there's a Japanese one for Kingdom Hearts 3. Wait, there's a Japanese strategy guide, but not an English one? Like, are we talking strategy guide, or are we talking, like, the Kingdom Hearts, what is it called, Ultimania? Because I know of that one. Or is that just the same at this point? I don't know. World that never was. Here we go. This is gonna be, a while. Oh, Ultimania, that's the same. So Ultimania is the strategy guide, and also just like, because the only things I know the Ultimania from are because everything that doesn't make sense, the more I kind of like retcons in those. But they're also strategy guides apparently. Okay, I did not know that. Frankly, the fact that in 2020 strategy guides are even being printed is ridiculous. Like, even 10 years ago, I could have kind of seen that. But right now, like, we have YouTube. YouTube is a far superior platform for, like, guides than print. That is just true, because you can literally see what is going on and what you have to do. Well, not in all situations that's better, because if it's something very complicated, you probably want a step-by-step guide. But that's not what strategy guides are. Strategy guides are literally like just a map. Well, actually, for chest hunting and stuff like that, strategy guides are better than YouTube videos. I'll give you that. Because generally speaking, they include maps, where YouTube videos, it can be a bit confusing sometimes as to what parts are where. So maybe I jumped to a conclusion a bit too quick there. But still then, we have the internet. Why do you need like a 300-page book to tell me where a couple of chests are? And like some boss stats and stuff like that. Because that's all they are. For most games, I like visuals because things like level X website glyph, there is a pixel that hide items because book. Yeah, okay, because money is the real answer. I know that, but still, can be slightly annoyed because there's no reason to do that. Like, honestly, no, I wouldn't pay for it. Never mind. I was gonna say, honestly, I'd probably like pay for a Square Enix. Like, if it's like $2-3 a month, right? Just have a Netflix style service. Everything becomes better when it's a Netflix style service. That's first and foremost. Where I just have, if it's not interactable, I mean, if you're gonna do it online, it probably has to be interactable in some way, shape, or form. But even just fucking upload the PDFs online and give me access through it with a subscription. And if it's cheap enough, I'll probably never cancel it, because if it's only $2 or $3 a month, I will never cancel that subscription. I will not. I can promise you that much. Anything under $5 a month, there's a real low chance of me ever cancelling that subscription. Because I do this thing called rounding down, and when something is €2 or $2, it's $0 in my mind. Then again, if it's like 4, it becomes 5. So it really has to be 3 at most to be rounded down to 0. Again, not a very financially responsible thing to do, but it saves me some thinking power, and because of that I can talk and play video games at the same time, which is a very sought after skill in 2020 apparently. Or not, because I think literally everybody... Well, no, I actually do think that a lot of people are really fucking shitty at talking and playing a video game at the same time. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world, by far not. But I do think that I'm like in a not unimpressive percentile. I'm maybe not the most entertaining, I'm maybe not the most hold on, the most skilled at the video games themselves, but I think being able to pull off the combination of playing and talking at the same time, I do think that I've got that combination on a lockdown. This is actually kind of tricky. Why am I missing so much? Because I'm giving myself compliments and the universe wants to correct me, letting me know that no, in fact, I am a worthless piece of shit. There we go. I thought I was going to be the end of the world, and this is not even the end of the world. This is the world that never was. Okay, so maybe I'm actually bad. Never mind. I take everything I just said back. I am the worst. At least I got all 3 stars for that one. Everything from this point forward is just one song a level though, which... How many stars do I need for this? 28, I've got 25. I need to get 3 between the 2 of these. And this seems like it should be a boss fight. I don't think that it is. How is this not a boss fight? How was Maleficent a boss fight? And young Xehanort isn't? Oh, that's... It's a good song. It's a good song. At least we've got that, right? It is a good song. Because Maleficent is suddenly relevant again. Okay, no. No. Just no. From a lore perspective, is Maleficent suddenly relevant? We're gonna get to those cutscenes, hopefully today. If there's any, like, relevancy, like, lore-wise. But if Maleficent actually... If there's a canonical reason why Maleficent is a boss fight in this game, I will be upset. And at the same time, I'll be satisfied because they actually gave me a reason why Maleficent is a boss fight and so many other things aren't. But I'll be upset because Maleficent... I don't know who said it. I think it was in the Team 4-star review of Kingdom Hearts 3. But Maleficent are pretty much just Team Rocket at this point. They just kind of show up, have some hijinks, sometimes help you out, and then they kind of fuck off and do their own thing, really. And I do think that's a very good analogy. Oh my god, that felt amazing, and the moment I started talking, I fucked up. So I just shouldn't talk, right? Maybe. Okay, fuck that one up. Fuck that one up. Oh no. Good enough. I saw something in chat about Team Rocket having a purpose, and sometimes, yeah. I don't know about the more recent Pokemon anime, but like up till Gen 4 is what I watched. Not, not always. Oh, due to Darkness and Union Cross, Maleficent has a purpose. Yeah, no, okay, that is fair enough. That is entirely true. And we have another cutscene.
Sora thought he had completed his exam, but found himself in the world that never was. There, he was lured into the depths of darkness and captured to become the 13th vessel for Master Xehanort. Meanwhile, Riku had arrived to find Sora trapped in a bad dream. Riku learned that he had unwittingly dived into Sora's dream and protected him from nightmares as he slept.
And this is where
Master Xehanort
like,
managed to regain his form, but he was caught off guard and was unable to carry out his plan. Then he vanished. his parting words foretelling a war that was yet to
So
come.
why did he vanish? Because old Xehanort wasn't time traveling there. I still don't understand that. Is it because they were in a dream world? Because I feel like it's because they're in a dream world, but then why didn't Mickey and everybody else... Like, what is... No! Old Xehanort needed to take a nap. He's more than 100 years old. Well, that actually... Much like Voldemort, when you actually start, like, doing the math, Voldemort is, like, 70-something years old. Admittedly, for, like, 14 of those years, he wasn't technically alive, so if you count those... If you don't count those, he's not that old, and if you then only count his age from when his body was reformed, he died at, like, age 3. Which is still older than when he tried to kill baby Harry, so it's fair in my book. But I do wonder how old Xehanort actually is. If you, like, count all of the years where he was Ansem and Zamnus as just years of him being alive, like, how much does that add to his age? That adds like another 10 years to his age, and he's already ancient by the time of Birth by Sleep. I don't understand, because Xehanort looks so much fucking older than Ericus. And yet, in Dark Road, they seem to be roughly the same age. Like, even in Kingdom Hearts 3, right, we see them. If you don't want to count mobile games, which you probably should count mobile games. But even if you don't want to count the mobile games, you see Ericus and Xehanort in their young forms in 3. And they seem about the same age. The fuck happened to... Well, darkness, corruption, I guess. But still. The fuck happened to Xehanort to make him look so old while Ericus... Or Ericus just looks real good for his age. That's also possible. There's a potentiality that they're both like 100 years old. And Xehanort just looks like a very old man. And Ericus has some kind of like eternal youth bullshit going on. Is the light... just like a very good de-aging cream or something like that? Nomura does like Star Wars, and it's canon in Star Wars that... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, it's canon in Star Wars that the dark side of the Force corrupts you and makes you look ugly and old. That is a canon fact. At least in the EU it was. I don't know if it is anymore. I think it is. So maybe that is what's going on? Xehanort is mid-80s in Birth by Sleep, then adds another 10 years due to Birth by Sleep. Eric is looking very young for an 80-year-old. I want to look that good when I'm 80 years old. I want to look that good now! Well... I want to look that good when I'm like 40. He looks like a 50-year-old. Roughly. The hell is this? Oh! It's this! So is this a boss fight? Probably not, right? No, because whenever the fuck do we get a boss fight? I probably should stop using item boosts at the start of every level. Probably should disable that. It's not something that I do, it's just something that I have enabled. But my item boosts are gonna run out. And I'm not using that many items, so... Wait a second, is item boost for boosting the effectiveness of items or the drop rate of items? I think it's for the drop rate of items, in which case, please do keep it coming, because obviously that's very good. Oh, it's this song! Now I remember. So yeah, I got spoiled on... Well, I got spoiled on the optional bosses. Obviously, one of them being Sephiroth, one of them being Roxas. I now know what the last one is. It is the original version of Rage Awaken. I'm sorry if you didn't want that spoiled. I don't think that's a massive spoiler. Which is fun, because that means that both versions of Rage Awakening are actually in here. Even though I said, you probably can't even tell the difference between the two of them, because it's such a small difference. I also got spoiled on exactly one frame of the ending cutscene. And that was very upsetting, because the thumbnail didn't spoil it. The thumbnail on the YouTube video I saw didn't spoil it, but I accidentally moused over it, and then it showed one frame, because YouTube has the scrubbing feature on the thumbnails, right? I accidentally moused over it and saw one frame, and of course I don't know the context, but it seemed like a pretty fucking important frame. So that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. I'm not going to say out loud what it is for the people watching this video looking for no spoilers. I'm not going to say what it is. If you want to know what it is, just watch that video when it comes out, or if you're watching the stream, like the one person that's actually watching it, we'll get to it soon enough. But, and you've already seen it, I think, as well. Meanwhile, using my thumbnail as background, BS Part 0. Wait, what do you mean? And we get more cutscenes, because why not?
In order to wake Sora, Riku dived into his dream once more. Riku continued deeper into Sora's dream, where he encountered those whose hearts were sleeping inside Sora's heart. Thanks to their help, Sora managed to wake up safe and sound, and Riku was made a Keyblade Master. Lee had become a Keyblade wielder, and I was brought in to become a new member of the Guardians of Light.
Yeah, which is still a very stupid decision, by the way. Why did they do that? Like, Xemnas even comments on, why the fuck did you do this? Are you trying to help us? Is that what you're trying to do? Because that doesn't make a lot of sense. I did see the thumbnail.